What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're going to jump into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time we're going to go into Orcatraz, and I'm going to go through it with Max this time. I'm going to take Fire Sale and Smashing Deals because I'm using a combination of physical and fire traps. Now, because this has Order minions and barbarians. These guys and these guys here, you're pretty much required to bring fire traps and grinders. If you don't, it's going to be extremely unlikely that you'll part. If you also have flame bracers or firewall bracers, firewall bracers specifically would be a great idea. I'm also going to bring Practices Witchcraft and see, and to combo with that, where is it? Feeling Fierce, there we go. 10% damage when health is above 50%. You should pretty much always be above 50% health. So, that's what we want to start with. Let's go ahead and jump in.
Let's get this party started.
Now, the goal with this entire map with Max is going to be to abuse grinders to their utmost ability. Which basically means you're going to force enemies to hug walls everywhere they get the opportunity.
Whoopsie, almost hurt myself on that. I'll just leave this right here.
No, okay.
You'll never notice this.
There we go.
Measure twice, cut once. I'll just leave this right here.
There we go. Alright. So, enemies are going to be coming out here. And you'll notice previously I used these over here and had another one here. Because you can actually walk through these gates because they're not purple, which I found out playing a little while ago. It's a good idea to just make sure that they go on these walls. Also with the right wall, you're able to essentially walk in there as well and set up some extra traps. I accidentally placed a trap while an enemy was knocking down the wall and didn't realize that that was a thing you could do until then. So with this one over, you may recall that there's these explosive crossbow orcs that happen to come out of here in a moment. Well, there are these blue guys. They didn't seem to be extremely prevalent in the game before this particular map, but now they're here, so you have to deal with them. Alright, once you get the first wave of them done, you can pretty much just run out and let your traps do the work for you. Alright, now that those guys are taken out, let's go ahead and block this off.
Twice, cut once. I'll just leave this right here.
Alright, and then we're just going to spray these guys down before they manage to get too close. Because we have lightning damage now, the small bits of damage that we do to them actually cascade through the enemies and help to blow up the other ones. Just try not to let anything get past you. The fact that the kobold pups will turn around to try to bite you is a benefit, not a hindrance. So use that to your advantage. Unfortunately, because I don't have anything that can deal AoE other than the lightning explosion right now, because I have yet to get the firewall bracers to drop. Just gonna zap these guys. I think that's one of the few, 4 last pieces of equipment I need. Firewall bracers, the Mage's Picnic, and the Ring of Storms, something else. So yeah, once this gate is down, you can just sort of blast through everything that's in there.
broken through the gate.
Oh wow, that was amazingly whiffed. Alright. They should go down. Alright, good stuff. Let's actually come through here. Get some more traps placed.
They'll never notice
They've
this.
summoned a boss minion.
I'll just leave this right here.
And we'll set something on fire as they're finally coming through there.
Twice, cut once. Whoopsie.
Don't think I should need really much more than that.
Zippity, you die.
Should help primarily against the ogres anyway.
We must see the enemy's monster, baby.
Alright. Zap the ones with the full HP. Blast everyone else. Alright, make sure you mash Z when you knock out the last enemy there.
Summoned a boss minion.
They'll never notice this. I'll just leave this right here.
Okay, should actually place these
Twice,
here.
cut once.
That'll make sure that anybody that walks over that last bit basically gets flipped in. Alright, we got a good bit going there. There's a few more things that we want to do over here to sort of shore up this area. The first is add another spike
Never notice this.
and one of
Whoopsie.
these.
Almost hurt myself on
And we're
that.
going to guarantee
I'll
that
just leave this
everybody
right
else is sort of flipping at the end there. No thanks. Okay.
Twice, cut once. They'll never notice this. Whoopsie. Almost hurt myself on that. I just keep getting better.
Alright, so with all that,
Getting
got our grinders on the walls. We got a lot of fire damage to take out the soldiers. I'm going to zap as many of these soldiers as possible.
I still got.
But ultimately, we want to make sure that the fire damage and the grinders can do their thing.
Measure twice, cut once.
And I believe... Well, we got some kamikaze kobolds.
Summoned a boss minion.
And that boss minion, which we're really not worried about, but will show up in a moment. Lightning damage will likely take out the little fire spirits that spawn from these guys. And then you just go ahead and blast Urza in the face with your in your faces. And then drop those. Now it's going to be a good idea to put some ceiling ballista up here. Same as we did with Midnight, once you have the extra gold. And it's going to start being super relevant really soon.
No one will be able to stop me.
Now the fact that those can actually shoot through the walls, I think it's sort of buggy and interesting at the same time. Alright, we're near the 7-minute mark. We have about 50 seconds until we get a Swifty Host alert. And I really wish I had a Ring of Storms. Oh no, wow, it wasn't even that long. Which means we are ahead of my usual time here, which could be very nice. Alright, so we got a Swifty, we got a stunned Swifty, we got a dead Swifty. Nice, nice. So being this far ahead, we're probably going to par this Actually, I think those guys are really, really dead.
I'll just leave this right here. They'll never notice this.
Okay, let's go.
I'll just leave this right here.
Let's do that. Okay. Swifty was the only thing that was going over any of our barricades, so placing the ceiling ballista right after he comes out is going to be super nice.
Wow, that's a lot of death.
Oh wow, and they all seem to have made it through, even so. So go ahead and take out these giants before they screw up my time any further. And we have about a minute for the final wave, which is exactly what we need.
Whoopsie, almost hurt myself on that.
And let's get another one of these up here.
They'll never notice this.
They've summoned a boss minion.
Alright, so that boss minion should be Sarge. Really not worried about him. He's gonna die just trying to get down here. What I'm worried about is this commander tower that's gonna be showing up
They've summoned a boss minion.
right here.
I just keep getting better.
So you can see the Sarge and everybody else over here. Sarge is dead. Alright, and we got just a little bit more time. Whoa. Alright, that pretty much almost killed my time. Wow. And so there we go. We're about 7 seconds under par, which is really close. It can be done faster with higher level traps, as you will weaken the enemies much, much quicker. But you will have to farm those up. So with the trap levels that I have in this particular loadout, and these particular traits for the cost effectiveness, smashing deals, and fire sale, the only part that was used was a debilitating resonator, which I did not remove from the ceiling ballista. But other than that, partless traps. So this is pretty much trap damage alone. And I think that should work out pretty well for you. If you guys have any tips or feedback that you'd like to leave for people regarding Orcatraz, feel free to leave those in the comments. And, you know, I'll pin any of the ones that I think are particularly noteworthy and favorite the rest, since I can only have one pinned at a time. They should probably change that, like give you like a little pin section at the top of the comments. But I guess, you know, upvotes and everything still have to count for something. But yeah, and I hope that this helps out anybody that was having some difficulty with Orcatraz. Again, because of the number of Unchained minions, or I'm sorry, not Unchained, the Order minions here, you're really going to have to rely on grinders and fire damage to get through this with any sort of reliable like time. And the stronger your fire damage and grinders, the quicker you'll be able to get through it. Characters that I would highly recommend bringing if you want to get through this somewhat easily are probably going to be Smolder, because of her ability to just burn everything for free after you get to level 10, and to sort of deal a huge AoE damage when enemies group up. Either way, thanks as always for watching, guys. Sincerely appreciate it. And until next time, have a good one, folks.